Hello again, everybody. This is Corey Ashley, talking to you straight from Baritone.com, which you might be looking at this streaming, or you could be on my YouTube page or my Vimeo page. Hello again. Thank you very much for tuning in and listening to my voice on my microphone. I'm joining you today talking about integrity. You can see I have like a little series of a lot of qualities of life that we should follow. And one of the things I thought about is integrity. It goes pretty much in line with a lot of things that I've been talking about that you could see on the rest of my videos, on my audio feeds. All right. I pulled up just to have, I guess, an overall decent definition of the word integrity. Probably the first Google search I did. It says, integrity, the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. Second definition is a state of being whole and undivided, upholding territorial integrity and national sovereignty. Okay, that's just an example that they gave. So it's basically just being honest. In my eyes, too, I always said integrity is just having the gumption is to go forward and sticking to doing what you need to do in the most honest way. It's being on, not even the most honest way possible. It's being honest straight up and down with having moral principles and moral uprightness. This, of course, is a factor. It is a problem, as you can see every day with everybody, only because we're all broken. And if we're all broken and have a broken sense of thinking, especially when we're all opinionated, there we go, it's going to be very hard for people to have integrity all the time or have integrity at all. A lot of people have biased ways of acting. A lot of people are going to have favorites. All right, it's going to be hard to uphold integrity, especially when everybody else is not doing it. Now, there are some people who I know that's just how they are. They're just built like that. They do what's right. They don't want to compromise anything about their characters or about what they're doing. And there's times when your integrity is going to be challenged, should you be one to practice it or look to practice it, because you may have favoritism to somebody and you don't want to see them being hurt, but because they may be doing something where they didn't have integrity, now you got to kind of cover for them. It's what it is. It's what it is. It's how it is. Now, I talked about truth. I talked about self-realization. Those are probably the two good, hard topics I could talk about that could involve integrity. As with truth is just the truth. The truth is solid. Even when nobody else recognizes it, it's still the truth. And it also, unfortunately, has to do with credibility. But see, credibility can come from anybody. You could be the worst person on this planet who every word out of their mouths is a lie. But if you have people who are backing you, or you just happen to sound good enough, people will consider you to be credible, which is horrible. This is why, again, my very, very first feed that I threw out there, the power of speech. Speech is a powerful thing because it comes from a powerful source, our Creator. So we can have the power to create whatever realities that we choose to muster just from our very words. Not even the works of our hands, but just from the very words we can get ahead and make a reality for ourselves and other people. Which is why having integrity is a very important thing. And you could be the only one around you among 10, 20, 100, 1,000 people that have integrity. It's going to suck because everybody else is doing what they want to do. You're going to have to either play the game and be down with them, or it's going to be against it. And that's going to make you a target. Don't feel bad. And I had to tell myself to not feel bad because I myself, a lot of things that I share with you, these are things that I spent a lot of time thinking about because it's something that more than likely I spent a lot of time experiencing. it's very hard. It's very hard at times when you're just, you're trying to do the right thing, where you have a good idea of what it is, so what it's supposed to be, and no one else is following it. Or at times, other people, they're more than willing to compromise that. All right? And you have to understand, the second part I said was self-worth and self-realization of who you are, where you are, who you're around, what are your strengths and your weaknesses and your limits. If you understand that, you can go forward with a lot of confidence, with a lot of knowledge, with that feeling you're going to get in your gut to have integrity, to move forward, to know what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. A lot of great people, unfortunately, they were truthful with a lot of things, and probably at the time while they were going through their trials or experiences, it was hard, because that's the time when people are going to be coming at you, attacking you. And some people, where they should be giving you support, you're not getting it. Now, maybe until after everything's said and done and the dust settles, when everyone finishes slandering your name, putting you through all types of trials, after a while, time reveals the truth and the lies. Believe me, I wish it was much easier while you're going through those things, that the truth would just always prevail. Granted that you are somebody who always looks to be truthful, to have integrity in everything that you do. That's not the case, because what happens now, a lot of people, I know they feel they have integrity. Most people, they do, usually, not all the time. I can be guilty of that too as well, and I try my best to not have to compromise myself or anybody else. I look to be as forthcoming as possible with everything I do and everything that I say, because I'm at the point where I don't really want to be lying. Even if it's a tiny white one, I don't like it. It bothers me. Even like a little tiny smidgen one, it really bothers me. It honestly does bother me. And it will help when other people actually do what they're supposed to do, because it makes it easier for them and easier on you, because I have no problem picking up the slack if it's just an honest mistake. But if it's something that someone knows that they're not supposed to be doing or should not have been doing in the first place, then, that slack makes it a little bit more frustrating. It's a little bit more frustrating because you have to now wonder, okay, well, what is this person doing? Or it could be you. Well, what am I doing? You probably have to change up what you're doing and come to the realization of, hey, what's going on with you? Okay? Look at Martin Luther King. Okay, look now, we're either praising him and everything, celebrating him. Most people are, a vast majority of people are, and people have been, but there are more people that were slandering his name. Every little piece of dirt they could probably find on him, they were throwing it out there in the media. All right, and I'm pretty sure that has turned some people away from him. Now here we are, he's dead, been assassinated, and we're coming up on his holiday. And a lot of people recognize him now for all the good that he's done. But of course, during a time when you're going through your trials, again, that's going to be the hardest time. It's going to suck. But that's when you have to have the integrity, the fortitude. That's when you're supposed to have the strength. That's where strength comes from. Strength doesn't come from you just having a minor little obstacle and you get past it and you want to big your chest up and you feel great. I accomplished something. No. That strength is going to come in handy when you're going through some hard things, man. And usually those hard things, they happen for a long time. Days, months, years, you know, a good chunk of people's lives. That's where the strength comes from. All right? Just like if you want to go and get slimmer, thinner, you want to get more muscular, then you're going to have to put in work. That's going to take strength. You're going to have to be consistent and persistent. You have to be focused, man. Like I said before, keep putting that firewood and that coal in that locomotive. Not locomotives now, but the old school locomotive. You got to keep putting it in every day. You want to go forward, you want to stay on track, you got to keep pushing. Keep your eyes on your goal. And part of that is having integrity to stay on track. Okay, it's gonna suck. History is full of people that after the fact they went through their trials and tribulations, after all the mud has been slinged and thrown at them, that's when we realize, hey, they were actually about good things. All the lies are forgotten. And on the unfortunate part, it may have caused permanent damage at the time it's happening. But you know what? After a while, you get past it after time. Hopefully you have the strength to get past these things after time. Because some people, they get broken. They get broken when certain things try them. When certain things come at them, they may fall down and never get back up. That's a horrible reality. What happens to a lot of people. That's why a lot of people, they kind of give up. But going back with integrity, it'll be so much better if everybody had it. The thing is that people compromise integrity for fear. See, when you have integrity, you have wisdom with you as well. And you have strength with you. All right? So that means you know what to do, and you know you're going to do what you need to do to go forward. But a lot of people, because they want to compromise and follow the crowd, and because they're fearful, fear is something that a lot of people react to. And fear has a lot to do with how people react in certain situations. Now, it's good if it's time for you to run, fine. It's time to get out of there. You got to get out of Dodge. Keep yourself and other people hopefully safe. But there's going to be a lot of people as well that at a certain time, because they don't want to be a target, they don't want to be one to known to rock the boat, they're going to compromise integrity. When they know when a situation is not right, when they know something is being done that should not be done to anyone or anything, there's people who they're more scared of, I don't want to rock the boat. So they compromise their integrity. This is something that you should not ever do. And again, it goes with change. If it's something that you see that you need to change something about yourself. You be that person and that force that's forthcoming in doing what's right all the time. Not when you choose to, or just to make it look like you're doing the right thing, but really you're not. You're supposed to be about it all the time. Be about it all the time. Don't be half-assed with it. Because the problem is people gonna see that after a while. Okay, you could probably get a lot of accolades and everything for putting on your mask, but there's going to be people who will remember you for who you are. And you never know how that's going to affect you. You may be somebody who doesn't care, but best believe how you treat people and how you react in certain situations, that resonates with people. People, after a while, they're going to see who you really are. So if you lack integrity, people are going to remember that. Yeah, okay, you be cool to hang out with, but I'm not going to work with them. Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to keep them far away from me because I know how they really are. You have no idea how you could damage yourself and other things around you and other people with a lack of integrity. If you have integrity, I should say if you don't have integrity, you can make life harder for so many people around you. It's so much easier just to do what you're supposed to do. Be truthful. Have proper moral standings. Okay? Because there are times when people might be in trouble, legitimately, and it's time to help them. Guess what? Because you lack integrity at that point. You know what? I see that they genuinely need my help. But some people would say, you know what? I don't want to rock the boat, so I'm not going to step forward and do what I have to do or say what I have to say to help this person or even help a situation out. That's a sad reality. And the fact that I have to say it's a reality at all is horrible. It's disgusting that most of us, we practice to not be truthful all the time, to not be upstanding all the time, to lack integrity. You know, this is why we have so much problems, because people compromise things. People compromise how they're supposed to do things. You know, it affects leadership, it affects homes, it affects society, it affects everything. So that makes people fearful. I tell you, fear is Fear is a destroyer. It is a destroyer of people. It is a destroyer of dreams. It is a destroyer of goals. It is a destroyer of truth, because people will very much abandon the truth because of fear. So if you have any kind of fear, oh, I don't want to, well, you're going to lack integrity, man. You have to stop. Think about it. Think about things that you did. Think about things that you have been through. You could probably utilize your experiences as little checkpoints. As, you know what, I probably could have said something. Because in retrospect, a lot of things change. You're like, you know what, well, I made a pass. But you know what? You have to be wise as well. You do have to be wise. But you always have to maintain your integrity. That builds your character so much more. That gives you more value of having truth in your life. And it also would give other people value of truth. Because if you are a strong character, which you will be if you have integrity and you are forthcoming, that's strength right there. And people are drawn to strength. They may not come in droves. You may not have a fan club that's a mile long around the corner, but you will affect people because that is strength. One, people are attracted to strength. Real strength. It's long lasting. And you have no idea how that will affect people for the better. And of course, it'll affect you for the better, because it'll give you a chance to enhance your own strengths and your own talents and your own abilities. You will see through a lot of the crap, and you will know how to avoid it. You know how to diffuse it. You will know how to correct it when time comes for that. All right? This is what we're about. This is what we're created for. So again, we just have to do what we need to do. Do what you were built for. Do what you were engineered for. Do what you were created for. And many great things will come out of it. Because when you do compromise your truth and your integrity, you're compromising everything about you, and you're no longer moving forward and being that big person that you think you are or want to become. You are now part of the problem. You guys take a step back and digest that. So I'm gonna leave that with you, so you could have that marinating with you a bit if you choose to listen to me. But it's the truth, and the truth is the truth, no matter what. If you want to accept it or not. It took me a while to accept it, but I accept it, and it is what it is, and I see things for what they are. And I thank you very much. So I'm gonna top it off right here. Thank you very much for listening to me. I hope that struck a chord, did a little something for you, and I will return with more topics for you. Okay? See you later.